Good afternoon, students. We'll continue with our chapter. So in the last topic we had completed watermarks. So we'll continue with the next topic, that is list. So listing is somewhere hierarching or just bulleting the topics which we want, that is highlighting the topics. And for that we have list allow you to format and organize text. So organizing it with a number or a bullet or an outline so that it could be easily readable. And for that there are three types of list. That is, first one is bulleted and number list, second one is nested list, and third one is formatting list. So totally depends on how you do the numberings. And for that list, you beside your page formatting, that is page layout option, you have those bullets and numberings option. When you go in the page formatting, first one on the next is page formatting. When you want to do the page formatting, what you can do is, page formatting option allows you to set margins. It allows you to modify the size of the page, orientation of the page, everything. We'll read one by one. The first one is modify page margins and orientations. So what is page margining? Page margins means, suppose you are writing a answer sheet, and while writing that answer sheet, your examiner informs you that you have to write with the margin, start with the margin, that is you have to leave two spaces to start your answer to be written on the answer sheet, and that is called as margining. That is leaving the equal spaces from all the sides of the paper so that it could be presentable and could be easily understandable. And for that, to change the page margin, what you have to do is you have to go in the page layout tab. In the page layout tab, you have on the ribbon, the page layout tab on the ribbon, you have to select page setup group, that this is page setup group, and in that page setup group you have option called as margins. If you click on this down arrow, you will get these list, and from that whichever margin you want you can select. If you do not want to select these default margins, what you can select is custom margins. That is your wish, how much margin you have to leave. If you want to leave 0.3 margin also from all the sides, you can leave to that document. Next is to change the orientation, size of the page or columns. So now it is not compulsory that every time I am writing on the straight paper only, I can use a slanting paper. So the straight paper which you hold on the document is called as the portrait paper, that is portrait orientation. And second one, the slanting paper which you have for your drawing notebooks also, that is called as landscape orientation. So there are two types of orientation: portrait, that is straight way, and the type of screen you are visible with, that is your landscape view. So that is landscape and portrait are the two different orientations. That is also on the page layout tab, page setup group, click orientation. So if you can see here, they have both the views, that is the back side is the portrait and the front side is the landscape. If you click on that, you get those two variations. You can select any one of it. And the next is applying page border and colors. So now if you want to apply page borders, you can apply. Next is see here, columns as well. If you want to select two different columns to write separate, when you write a poetry or something, you have paragraphs with columns, that is multiple columns and the paragraphs also. So combination of this can be done with the help of these column options. Okay. Next is applying page border and color. Now I want a particular page border for my each page in the document, that is Word document, and I want color also. So what I can do is, I can just go in the apply to page border or color option in the page background group. Now this was your page setup group, this is your page background group. in which you have to select page border or page color. It's not compulsory I want only a white paper on my document. I can have n number of colors in which I can select my page document paper. Next is inserting common header and footer information. Now why do you require header and footer information? So if you have gone through thoroughly through your textbooks and your reference books, you might be knowing that each and every page in your textbook has a page number as well as your lesson number over your heading and your page number at the right hand side down corner, and your chapter main title is there on the first page, but every page if you go on checking, you will have a small header writing your in the small font writing your name of the chapter or which topic you are going through. That will be written at the very heading stage. I am not saying about the topic, it's at the header stage. Means what heading you write, specifying that heading on all over the document, and what footer you are writing, that is on the corner side, that is both the down corners anywhere, that is at the left hand side down corner or right hand side down corner, anywhere you can specify the footer. It can be in the middle of the down side, that is a down line of the middle center can also be a footer. So footer can be placed anywhere. Depending on that, your header and footers are being placed. Why header and footers are being given? For identification of the document. Suppose I have 150 pages in my notebook. I cannot keep on counting every time when I have to reach the 70th page. What I will do, I will just scroll it, or I can just turn the pages accordingly and go on the 60th page by the footer, that is the 60th number of page which I want. So for identification and searching, header and footer could be more easier when you work in an MS Word document. Where are those? They are in the insert tab, header and footer group. You have header and footer. You can give any number of footer and headers also. That means suppose if you want to give page numbers to your document, you just click 1 and click on the increment option in the footer. What will happen? All the incremented values, that is 1, 2, 3 will be in an ascending order will be arranged to your document. If you want footer, if you click on apply to same, then the same header will be applied or same footer will be applied to all the documents. So depending, you want an incremented format, that is an ascending format. If you want only text to be applied to the whole document, you can go for any of the option. Next is create a page break. Why do you require a page break? So every textbook has a consistent font, means same font. Why do I require font consistency? That is, it should look consistent in same textual format to be representable, and for that I have page breaks in my Word document as well. If I feel like only 5 topics should come in my document, after every 5 topics my page should be different, so I can give a page break there wherever I wish my 5 topics should be completed. So depending on that, how to insert a page break, I go in the insert tab. Then in the insert tab I have pages as a layout. In the page layout tab I have option called as page setup group, and in that break drop down menu to click page break. Or even if you can go in the insert tab and you have pages option where you can page break your. So there are 2 different ways to go for a page break. So in the page layout you have page breaks, and these are the options for page breaking, that is page, normal page, column, that is after every 2 columns I need a page break at the left and right hand side. Text wrapping. Why do you require text wrapping? Suppose it is being told to you, you have to write only 100 words in an essay. What do you all do? You somewhere try to complete it till 120 letters, right? So likewise, when text wrapping means rounding up all, that is I say 100. So after 100 words my text should be wrapped and it should come on the next line of my document. That is called as text wrapping, or adjusting it according to the area of formatting which you have specified. Next is mail merge, a very different topic you can say, but mail merge is somewhere nowadays important because you are giving an attachment over a mail, you are sending details over mail. So what is mail merge? Mail merge is a way of placing content from a spreadsheet, database or table into a Microsoft Word document. So mail merge, what it is doing, it is giving my data from my Google browser. It is giving me data from the Excel sheets, that is Microsoft Excel. It is giving me data from database, and which I can make it in a proper tabulated format in my Microsoft Word document. So mail merge is helping me to do that. Mail merge is ideal for creating personalized forms, letters or labels instead of editing the original letter several times to input different personalized information. So what it can do is it can go for a proper edited original format which you can use n number of times rather than making new every time. As you can imagine, this can save a lot of time as well as worry about not changing all the information for new recipient. Means what, if I have to send a mail to 70 students at a time, what I will do, I will add those recipients directly into my mail send to dialog box, and I will just fire back my mail, so that once it gets received I will get the notifications back. So every time 70 times I do not have to create a mail, just one format and adding it into the draft and just sending it is the only way I can do my work easier and faster. And for that, in order to create a mail merge, you require two documents needed, a Word document, a file with the data or record. So two documents are needed to attach it together, that is a Word document and a file data for records. To get started with mail merge, we need to go in the mailings tab, that is the third last tab of your document, and in that start mail merge, it can be a email message, it can be a letter, it can be envelopes, it can be labels, directories, a normal Word document. So step by step mail wizard will be there, you have to click on that step by step mail wizard. In that selecting the starting document. So if I want to attach a Word document, I will just select a Word document here and select recipients whom I want to send the data. So after selecting the recipients, what I will do is select data source, where I have to keep the data from reaching the people whom I want to send. Then validate the recipients that they have the correct mail addresses. Preview your letter, that is whatever you are sending. So letter is the first format they have given here, so they have written letter, it can be an email message or anything. If you want a covered envelope also for it, you can attach one envelope also with the document so that it looks in a proper formal way. If you want to attach another letter, n number of letters at a time, you can attach n number of letters in that one document only, and just click on merge. Your merge will be completed. So this is the whole process. So these are the steps. In exam, if they ask you mail merge question, what you have to do is you have to write these points but explain them in detail without any diagram. So it's not compulsory you have to draw the diagram, but you can explain these steps, a proper 2 to 3 lines of explanation for every step, and then your answer can be written properly for 10 marks or whatever marks you are initiated with. With this we have completed with our chapter 6, that is Microsoft Word. I will be giving you assignment also to solve up for this chapter, and then we'll start with the 7th chapter. Thank you.